right, your season's running down. You either won a championship or maybe not. Maybe you're done early. Maybe you didn't like your season. Are you playing where you want to play? If you want to fix your game, get noticed, play where you want to play, you need to come and train with me this summer. I've got my NHL goalies, I got my OHL goalies, AAA goalies, all training this spring and summer. Come train with me one-on-one and find out what the future pro difference is by training with the GOAT. All right, today I got two of my good friends, Adam and we got Mac. Now obviously we're not young chickens anymore. We play beer league together. They let me score on them once in a while. This guy's glove hand stones me endlessly. This guy makes amazing butterfly saves. Today what we want to do is go through a simulated practice, a private lesson that I do with adult goalies, so you can see some of the video stuff we do, some of the drills we do, and how we can improve our game as a beer league goalie, because we don't get the normal private lesson time, we don't get practices to work on stuff, so it's very hard with that crappy 2-minute warm-up we get when we show up at the rink to be ready to play. So today we're going to go through a bunch of stuff that may help you as a beer league goalie. Let's get started. So what we want to work on initially is we're going to do some crease movement drills. And I want to capture your movement, your positioning, your stick, your gloves, everything, so you can see what it looks like, and we'll watch it afterwards. So we're going to do 3 challenges. You're going to start off on this post, explode out to the right angle, which is squared up to the dot, back to the post, to the middle angle, back to the post, to the left dot angle. So you're doing 3 challenges off that one post. Okay? Here you go, Mac. Yep. And back to that post, out to the middle. Same thing. Excellent. And switch posts. Good job. Back to the middle. And last one. All right, Adam, come on in. Same thing for you. And one thing that's nice when we do private lessons with adult goalies, if we have 2, we can build a proper work to rest ratio in, because if it's just one guy, you can gas 10 minutes into it. Okay, here you go, Adam. Step out to the angle, back to the post, out to the middle angle, back to that same post, long angle, back to that right post, and switch posts, bend your knees, and push out, back to that post, middle angle, back to that same post, and a long one, and back to that same post. So watch, one way we can get back to the post is sort of what you guys are doing, where you're wiggling back like this to the post. One thing that you'll see with a pro goalie is they'll turn and they'll go back with a T-push. So when they go back, see how I'm going back to it by opening up, because the puck's going to presumably be in that corner, and we get back to like that. So instead of when we retreat back to the post like this, we want to get our chest more square to where the puck's likely going to be. So come on over here, guys. Well, let's watch the video. So let's give you an idea. Obviously, Mac, you've got great height, and like when I see you in beer league and shoot, I don't see any net because of your size. And you have a very erect stance, and when you're up big like that, nobody's going to see high. If they're shooting on you and I start to get smart, at some point I'm going to start trying to put it in the bottom half of the net. So you can sort of see when we're going back to post. There he did it where he pivoted and did the T-push back. So good job, Macker. All right, Adam. Same thing for you. And the nice thing with video is it's amazing what we can do. When I was a kid growing up, I never got to see myself on video. I never saw myself till I got to play Junior B, so I didn't know what I was doing. And when you see it, you can point out some good things. Gloves open, facing the puck, the trajectory of the puck's coming up, so that's a good spot. Stick centered. It's a little bit turned towards the corner, but you don't have a big 5-hole. I would like just maybe a little bit deeper knee bend, but otherwise good. And same thing when you go back to that post, if it's an emergency, just turn and pivot like that, but stay in your crouch when you're going back on it. And then we're going to do 3 off of the other post. Step out, and then back. Step to the middle, and step back. And last one, and a long one. All right, so that's the first little bit of video stuff. So the one thing we've got with beer league is we get to the arena, we get 5-6 shots. Some guys float them in like I do. Some guys shoot them at your head. It's not a good warm-up. So I think if we have time in our schedule, one thing that's important is we do our hand-eye at home with a little bit of ball work for 5 minutes and get stretched out, so that when you get to the rink, you're actually ready to go, because you can't trust the warm-up to do that. So let's put you down in your butterfly, Mac. So one thing we're going to do to get the glove going, we're just going to put some floaters up to your trapper. Two more. Last one. Now stay down, Macker. Couple things that he did very well there. Glove sealed, and we had a good turn of the head watching it all the way in there, and there was a cushioning. We're catching it out front here. We're not catching it back behind us. Your turn. Come on in now. It's the same thing in the butterfly. Turn your head. Make first point of contact in the pocket. That's it. Three more. Two more. Get right in that pocket. Last one. Now, what we do to our right, we got to do to our left. So let's have you come over to this side, Phoenix. Now, Phoenix, try not to get killed with this, but we're going to do the same thing except the opposite side. So you're going to go in your butterfly here, and we're going to have a puck come in at your blocker. So start in your butterfly. We're going to meet it out on a plane in front of your body out here, and we're going to let the speed of the puck do the work. And the same thing happens where we snap our head and we watch that puck into the corner. Three more. Two more. Last one. Good job, Macker. Okay, your turn, Adam. And the thing that Mac did really well there was that there wasn't a lot of punching at it. It was just let the speed of the puck do the work and neatly put it in the corner. Because remember, your job's not to stop the puck. Your job's to control the puck, and there's a fundamental difference there. Because when we're new goalies, we want to get in front of it, and that ends up leaving a bunch of pucks out in the kill zone. So let's target it off the blocker over to that side. Two more. Last one. All right. We're going to do another little drill where we work on a little pivot, plant, and push. So there's three things involved in any recovery. If I've made a save here and I got to go over here, we want to get up with the correct foot. And it's always going to be the leg that's furthest from where we're going. And three things go into this recovery. There's a pivot, a plant, and then we can either push down if the puck's in tight or fully recover. So what we're going to do here, Mac, you're going to start in your butterfly. You'll push over while down and stay down and push back. And then I'm going to put a puck into your gut, and I'll just do a nice little gut trap. So start in your butterfly right here. We'll walk through one. You're going to pivot, push over, push back, and then I'm going to float one right in here, collapse everything over it, make it stay in there. Then we're going over here, and we're coming back, and then gut trap. So anything that hits into the jersey, we really like to see it stay in the jersey for a couple reasons. Because anything that hits up there, if it comes off you, is likely going to be landing in the kill zone. So it's important to try to seal it. All right, try it nice and slow. Here we go. Push, and push back. That's it, nice. Other side now, push, push back. Excellent. Three more. Push, push back. Two more. Push, push back. Great job, Mac. Last one. Push, push back. Excellent. Okay, it's your turn in there. Way to work, Macker. So the one feeling you want to have is drop down in your butterfly. So imagine like if you're going to be going to the glove side, your head's going to turn, everything's going to pivot. Now put that right foot up underneath you. And you see the skate edge here? You always want the skate blade to be perpendicular to the direction you're going. So you see how your skate blade is facing this way now? If it's perpendicular, you want to go like this. So instead of setting if I'm going this way, instead of setting my skate like this, I want to pivot, and I set my skate like that. So now we see it's perpendicular to the direction we want to go. So starting in the middle, we're going to go this way first, pivot, push back with the right leg, and gut trap. Excellent. Other side, pivot, push back, gut trap. Great job. Two more. Pivot, push back, gut trap, and last one. Pivot, push back, gut trap. So ideally, fantasy world, we get warmed up like that before we play, but we know we don't get that when we're playing beer league. But here's where we can work on some of the stuff. If there's ever public skating or whatever, I know in drop-in at Forest, they'll let you put your pads on in your skates as long as there's nothing else. But this is a perfect way to work on backside recoveries at a public skate, or even at home doing carpet butterflies if your wife or girlfriend or girlfriends will allow you to do it. Put your pads on, even put your skates on, a little bit of tape on the blades so you don't carve up the floor and the carpet, and practice getting up, practice doing that pivot, plant and push. Go grab a drink and we'll get on to the next segment. Good work, guys. My name is Steve McKeegan. I played in the NHL, I coached in the NHL, and I'm gonna coach and transform your game. I've coached goaltenders for over 30 years, including people like Ed Belfour, Jeremy Swayman, all the way down to Little Smurfs. I'm gonna coach and transform your game with our brand new Future Pro Goaltending Masterclass. This is an elegantly curated document in an easy-to-use format, plus video clip support. Join Future Pro Masterclass, a one-time fee of $99. Sign up today. The people that watch my videos are the 18 to 34 age group. So not the young kids and not the professionals, but mostly beer leaguers. So today I wanted to talk about 9 things you can do to be a better beer league goalie. Number 1, bring extra beer. Bring enough beer. Have a couple extra there. I don't want you drinking and driving and drinking before you play, but a good beer league goalie always has extra beer. Teammates will love you, and it will endear yourself to the rest of the team if you're always the guy who remembers to have beer. Number 2, don't be Tommy Tough Guy, hacking and whacking and protecting your crease. Yeah, I know a lot of us have testosterone and we've always competed when we were in high school and all that stuff. You're an adult now. You're not going to the NHL. Stop hacking and whacking, getting all Tommy Tough Guy out there. The guys that normally get tough like that are guys that haven't played anywhere in hockey. So the toughness aspect, the respect aspect is normally inversely proportional to the level you played at. You'll very rarely find high-end professionals, high-end college, high-end junior players that are playing beer league now that are typically going to be the hacking and whacking, wanting to fight crowd. You're playing beer league to compete and have fun. You're not Ron Hextall. Number 3, compete and have fun. You're not getting scouted to the NHL anymore. I mean, you're 34 years old, maybe 250 pounds, 5'10", not happening for you. Settle down on the effort, just have fun, try your best, but you're not making the NHL. And that brings up a funny story. The local Tim Hortons owner in my hometown was always trying so hard on the ice and giving her. And I brought out my Leaf laptop. I was working with the Leafs at the time, and I pretend like I was putting in a report on the bench, and everybody comes over, what are you doing with your laptop out here? Well, this guy's trying to make the NHL. I thought I'd fill out an NHL report on him. And the guy's 42 years old. Number 4, even with crappy D and zero back checking, keep competing and battling for the whole session. You know, if it's stick and puck, there's no refs, whatever. Keep battling to the end. There's nothing players hate worse than when a goalie starts mailing it in out of frustration with lack of D. Again, it's to be expected. There's going to be crappy D. There's going to be lack of back checking. They want to score goals. Again, they're not trying to make the NHL. They want to do offense. So no matter how defensively inept your team is, keep battling right through to the end. Number 5 is another pet peeve I had when I used to play pickup hockey as a forward. The goalie would lollygag in the dressing room, wouldn't come out right at the time when the Zamboni doors closed, and we'd be sitting around shooting at empty nets, waiting for him to get there, and then all of a sudden, you know, our little shinny starts and the goalie skates out. Get out there early, help your guys have a target to shoot at. Teammates love it when the goalie's out there as soon as the Zamboni door closes. Number 6, pretty simple. Don't no-show. Unless you're dead, show up, or you take responsibility for having somebody to fill in your spot. There's nothing worse than showing up for beer league and the goalie's not there and you're shooting at the post, the crossbar, or some cheesy jersey hang from the crossbar. Be professional. Doesn't matter what level this is. Show up, be there on time, and don't no-show. Number 7, here's a good role model for you. The beer league teammates will love you. Be like Jack Campbell. Lots of smiles, lots of stick taps, encouraging your teammates, and be a friendly presence in the net. You can still compete, you can still battle, but you don't need to be a goof. Just take it easy, have fun, support your teammates. They'll love you, and they will block more shots, and they will battle harder for you if you treat them like Jack Campbell does. Number 8, we're all getting older. Everything hurts, everything falls apart. Stretch well before you get to the rink.
Don't be home on the couch watching Monday Night Football, had a couple beers. Oh, I got to be on the ice in 20 minutes. Show up at the rink 2 minutes before you're supposed to be on the ice. Stretch properly before you get on the ice so you're good to go as soon as you step on the ice. Be professional. Just come there a little bit, half an hour early. Teammates will love it if you're there and you're stretched and not hurt. And as we get older, it's equally important to not just go home and plant yourself back on the couch. Dedicate 30 to 45 minutes after you do a beer league skate to stretch your body to prevent the delayed onset muscle soreness, which happens when we get older. So take care of your body. Warm it up properly away from the rink and cool it down properly with a proper static stretch after you play. Number 9, smile a lot and chirp less. I know it's fun to chirp guys and get into it, and in a good-natured way with your buddies, that's one thing. But don't be Tommy Tough Guy chirping all the time. And it reminds me of a guy back before I played in the American League or IHL at the time. I was playing in the East Coast League. And there was a goof named Nick Vitucci who would be backing up or whatever, and he was always this guy, chirp, 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 being, whatever, think he's getting in our kitchen. Nobody likes a chirper. It may be cool on the internet and around all your buddies, but again, your teammates, they don't need to have to hear it. And if you're playing a game and you're chirping the opposition and they're going to get into it with you, now you got your defense and people have to protect you. So number 9, don't be a chirper. Just smile. Just smile and have fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed these little tips about being a beer league goalie, and I know those are the type of goalies I would love. And if any of you are personally offended that I've called you out on your Tommy Tough Guy act, or your hacking and whacking, or your steroid-induced, I'm protecting the crease guy, sorry.